Welcome to another edition, another episode of the Mo Brooks podcast. I am your host, Mo Brooks, and I'm so happy that you have decided to spend some time with me, to invest some time with me as we encourage you, okay? We encourage you, inspire you, and challenge you to grow spiritually, to grow personally, to grow professionally, just to grow, right? Like we're here for you. This is what we do. So welcome. Thank you so much. You heard my cry out for you to share with your loved ones, your friends, your families. I appreciate you doing that. I appreciate your subscriptions. I appreciate the comments on social media. I appreciate the personal text messages. That means a lot to your boy. So thank you so much for encouraging me. And thank you for listening to this. Listen, we don't like no fluff. We like to jump right into it and not waste any time. We are doing a continuation of last week's episode as we talk about I've come too far to give up now, and we're going to talk about 10 words to inspire us, to challenge us, to encourage us in 2025 to keep going. January, we gassing you up all month, okay? Because we really want to start the year off right, motivated, inspired, encouraged, and then we are going to hit some strategies. We're going to get deep in the nitty gritty in the upcoming months. So we left off at word number 4. If you did not catch the entire last week episode, I encourage you to go back, get words 1 through 5. Okay, listen to that episode and then to pick up from number 4 because it's a package deal because you're going to need that first one on dream because that's kind of the center around everything is the direction you're going. You're going to need that second one, love. Like that's very important as we talk about our subjects. All right. So, excuse me, let's jump right into it. Word number 4, resilience. Okay. The capacity to withstand or recover quickly from difficulties. Capacity. I love that word because capacity can grow. It can stretch. It can be enlarged, right? Like our stomach is like the size of our fist, okay? And when you put a whole bunch of food in there, the capacity grows. So the more food you put in there, you put too much food in there, that your capacity to handle more food grows. And guess what? It has almost no limits. It continues to grow and get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. All right. But then when you stop putting so much food in it, guess what? The capacity shrinks and it gets smaller, right? Isn't that so interesting? And our resilience is a capacity thing. And I think a lot of people, they think they're not resilient when they really are. I'm about to show you how to grow in your awareness of your own resilience. Because in order to become more resilient, guess what you have to experience? Difficulties, hardships, painful situation. All these things equate to resilience, which is the capacity to withstand or recover quickly from difficulties. So when you experience a difficulty in 2025, we're going to be ready for it this year. All right, we're going to be ready for it this year. When somebody talk about you in 2025, we're going to be ready for it this year. When a demon come at you in 2025, we're going to be ready for that demonic spirit this year. When trials and tribulations and the unexpected happen in 2025, we're going to be ready for 2025. We're going to be ready for the difficulty that's coming our way because we live in life and breathing this oxygen. We're going to be ready because our capacity is going to be there. So if you don't think you're resilient, this is for you. Here we go. So resilience comes through experiencing difficult situations. Well, get newsflash. Have you ever been through a difficult situation? Have you ever cried? Have you ever been in pain? Have you ever been emotionally abused, spiritually abused, physically abused? Have you ever experienced grief, a death of a loved one or somebody close? Have you ever experienced a betrayal and heartbreak and breakup? Have you experienced difficult situations? Man, I never forget. I was in the 5th grade. I was going out with a 6th grader. All right, that's big time, okay? 5th grader going out with a 6th grader on the basketball team. We just won the game, Northeastern Elementary Eagles. Shout out to Northeastern. And we're on the bus and we're on our way back to the school. And I had a 6th grade girlfriend and she was on the cheerleading team. You know what I'm saying? And this is what she did. She stood up, everybody, we playing games, we laugh, we having a good time. She said, I got something to say. And she stood up and she said, Morris. Everybody called me Morris back elementary. Morris. I'm like, what? I'm like, man, this is sweet. This is great to shout me out in front of everybody. She said, I played you like a PlayStation, and now the game is over. Heartbreak. That's how she broke up with me, y'all, in the 6th grade. She broke my heart. Okay? Now check this out now. Check this out. Okay? That built resilience. Now, the way we get resilient, okay, because you've been through some stuff. Your heart been broken in the 6th grade like me, 5th grade like me, right? So you've been through some stuff, okay? So the way we get everything out of what we've been through is really through, all right, this is how you do it. It's reflection, it's through reviewing, okay? It's through writing down, it's through reliving. Now, don't relive nothing like wow, like that you need therapy for, right? Or professional help. But it's through seeing how you overcame. How did you survive? How did you get back up? Because I'm assuming if you listening to me in some way, shape, form, or fashion, you got back up. How did you do that? What did you do? How are you still here? And guess what, my friend? That's resilience. And you are resilient. Come on, I need you to own that. You are resilient. Don't let nobody deceive you and trick you that you're not resilient. Don't let nobody fool you that you can't get over difficulties quickly. You can't recover quickly, that your capacity is small. Don't be deceived. Don't be tricked. You, my friend, are resilient. All right. So I need you to live in that. I need you to walk in that. And when a difficult situation come for you this year in 2025 or the upcoming years of your life, what are you going to do? You going to eat it. Because I'm resilient. When somebody talk about you in 2025, you going to pray for them. You going to love them because you're resilient. Man, y'all not hearing me. I'm trying to get somebody ready. I'm trying to get you got demons, you got spiritual forces, you got people unknowingly being influenced by demons coming after your destiny, coming after your dream, coming after your children, coming after your generations, coming after your household, coming after your health. They coming after you, and you trying to tell me you don't want to take this resilient pill and be strong like Popeye? Come on now, you are resilient. And when it comes against you this year, I need you to speak life. I need you to speak word. I need you to be prayed up. I need you to love hard because love never fails. I need you to forgive this year. Come on, y'all. Because you're resilient. Yeah, you hurt me. Yeah, you did that to me. Yeah, you talked about me. Yeah, you messed over me. Yeah, you misunderstood the assignment. But guess what? I'm resilient and I don't gotta clap back. I'm resilient. It doesn't even bother me. All right, man. Let's go to the third one. I'm getting juiced up. Here we go. Number 3, correction. Whew. That's a big one, y'all. That's a big one. Give people permission to tell you the truth. See, this is a huge problem. I already know I'm about to be tripping. Okay, this is a problem, and I said this very intentionally because oftentimes we don't give people the permission to tell us the truth. This is what we do because we want to stay in our comfort zone. You got to go back to the dream giver. Listen, if y'all missing episodes, you got to go back. All this stuff is going to be connecting all the way down the line. But because we want to stay in our comfort zone and we want to be comfortable all the time, what happens is, let me show you what's going to happen. What happens? We put people around us in our inner circle and we don't give them the permission to tell us the truth. That we have people around us that they have to walk on eggshells not to hurt your feelings. They got to walk on eggshells so they say the right things around you. They got to walk on eggshells because you are hypersensitive to words. And you're hanging on every word and you reacting and jumping and getting angry and act and lashing out and bursts of angers because they said certain words. So now everybody on your team, everybody in your family, everybody in your circle, everybody you're connected to who's close to you does not have your permission to tell you the truth, which inhibits your growth. It inhibits your destiny and where you got to go. It inhibits your relationships for they to be deepened, for you to love harder and receive love and give love. But that can only happen when you give permission, when you give people the permission to tell you the truth. Because I'm going to tell you right now, unless God told me, if you don't give me permission to tell you the truth, I ain't telling you nothing. I ain't got nothing to say. I really don't. If it's not a safe haven for me to tell you the truth, I keep my truth to myself unless Jesus said, tell them anyway. Now, in that case, I got to tell you, I'm sorry. I don't care if you get mad or not. Your feelings get hurt. It is what it is. The Holy Spirit told me to tell you. I'm going to tell you. And you could just deal with it. But I'm talking about in our close circles, relationships, friendships, we got to give people to tell us the truth. You know why? Because those people see your flaws and they see your blind spots and they see areas that you can grow in, improve in, and you can actually experience a huge leap when they tell you the truth. So I challenge you. I challenge you. The people you rock with, the people you talk to all the time, the people you close with, I challenge you, I dare you to hit them up, call them, set up a little meeting with them and say, you know what, bro, sis, parents, kids, whoever it is, and just to say this, I give you permission to tell me the truth. And when you tell me the truth, I don't care if I don't like it. I don't care if it's painful. But I'm trusting you enough to tell me the truth. I don't care if I respond in an ignorant way. Tell me the truth anyway because I need it. I challenge you to do that. Because too often times, everybody around us is coddling our feelings and our emotions. And it's not what's best for us. We need to hear the truth. We need to be corrected. Everybody always say, I'm human, so I'm not perfect. Well, by golly, if you're human and not perfect, that means you need correction. But nobody wants to hear the truth. Yo, that's wild. So how in the world are we going to grow? How are we going to get better? How are we going to improve? How are we going to get to the place where God has called us to get? How are we going to love better? How are we going to do all this stuff? How are we going to improve culture? I just get, the list can go on, whether it's personal, spiritual, business-wise. It doesn't even matter. Family-wise, finances, health, it don't even matter. Get some people to tell you the truth. All right, I got so much more to say. Here we go. Let's get to number two. Let's get to number two. Let's get to number two. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Authenticity. We need the real you. We don't need a fake you. We don't need a carbon copy of you. If we need it, we need you. You're here because you're here. You beat the odds. You know the odds on your life? It's crazy. Your simple existence as a human being is a pure, unadulterated miracle. You're not supposed to be here. The odds is outstandingly wild. And God has you here for a reason. And we cannot spend our entire lives copying and consuming, trying to be like other people when God made you uniquely you. So we need you to figure out who you are and to walk in your authentic self, with your authentic voice, with your awkwardness, with your weird self. You know what I'm saying? We need you. Stop trying to be like other people and be like you. God created you for a reason. There's certain people that can't be touched, that can't be reached, that can't be transformed, that can't be inspired, that you hold the key to unlock their destiny, their journey, something in their life. But it only works if you're you. So if you find yourself always copying, patterning your life after somebody else, trying to sound like somebody else, trying to look like somebody else, trying to dress like somebody else, that's an issue. We need you. You are you for a reason. Nobody else have your fingerprints for a reason. No one else have your iris for a reason. No one else sounds like you for a reason. We need you. Figure out who you are. And just keep it funky. Be real. Be authentic. Whatever that is. If you're not a people person, be an authentically non-people person. That's who you are. That's where your impact is. I still love people, but we need you to be you. And guess what? When you're your real self, hear this nugget. I got to give this to you. When you're your real self and your authentic self, then you figure out what needs to be tweaked and adjusted and changed because you being you. What happens is when we're copying other people and we're being a false version of ourselves, when we're being a fake version of ourselves, when we're being not ourselves, what happened, this is what happened. Let me tell you what happened. What happens is that you're correcting and changing things based off the false version of yourself. And those are the things you don't even need to correct because you're not even being you. Isn't that wild? I just think that's amazing. I think that's bananas. So I'm being a fake version of myself, making adjustments based off the fake version of myself, when those adjustments may not even be necessary because I'm not even living an authentic life. I'm living the life somebody else designed for me. I'm not talking about God. I'm living a life that another human being designed for me. I'm sorry, they don't got the juice for that. You got to be you. So you need to learn who you are, love who you are, be confident in who you are, practice hey, I got to be me. This is what it is. And it doesn't mean your authentic self is always right. But at least you know that because you're living your authentic self and you're like, wow, I probably need to adjust that. Or wow, I need to tweak that. Or wow, how can I approach that differently? Or wow, what questions do I need to ask? Or wow, now you can have revelations about who you are once you start living your authentic life. So stop. Please stop it. Oh, goodness. I'm going to keep going. This is stressing me out a little bit because I'm thinking about some people I know and they just not themselves. And I'm just like, get it together and be you. All right. Whoever you are and improve you. Okay, here we go. Last one, risk. No risk, no reward. All right. This is the last one. It's, Now, look at risk from a different perspective now. Because, every time you go to sleep at night, you risk not waking up. I'm just saying. When you get in the car and drive, you risk. That's a huge risk. You get on that train, that subway, risky. So risk is really, you can look at risk as just about anything. Okay? But risk in this context is Sometimes you have to go before you're ready. Sometimes you have to bet on yourself and bet on God. Sometimes you have to trust yourself. Sometimes when everybody is going this way, you got to go that way. Like sometimes you have to take a risk. Sometimes you have to leave the job you're comfortable with and risk it. I've done that before. It's a gnarly experience because you literally don't know what's on the other side. You don't know if you're gonna make it, if you're gonna be okay. You can't see 2 years down the road, 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road. You don't know. Life is about taking some risk. If you're going to get out your comfort zone, if you're going to pursue your dreams, if you're going to go down this journey of purpose and being an impactful human being and changing and transforming lives and loving people and loving yourself, it's going to take some risk. You might have to say yes to some stuff you don't want to say yes to, you're afraid to say yes to, but you're going to have to say yes to it. You're going to have to say no to some stuff you don't want to say no to, you're afraid to say no to, but you're going to have to risk some stuff. So risk is my 10th, and well, it's the number one word. And I don't know what risk you need to take in 2025. I don't know what area you need to jump in. But I encourage you, you got the juice, you can do it. So my friend, live your life. We only got one of these things now. That means go for it. I don't know what it is, but 100, 200 years from now, we dead, y'all. We dead. Like, let's just be honest. Why not live your wild, adventurous, beautiful life to the fullest? Why not? I got so much more to say. Listen, I would love to hear your comments. I would love to hear what you have to say about this podcast episode. I would love to hear your questions. I would love to hear your rebuttals. You know what I'm saying? I'm to the point where, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So hit me up. I would love to hear what you want me to talk about, dive into. Also, I'm looking for some podcast guests to join me as well. So if you're interested, shoot your shot. We'll see if we can make magic. And yeah, listen, share this with somebody you love and care about, you know, who feels like giving up, who doesn't know which way to go, who needs a challenge, a little kick in the butt, who needs some inspiration, who needs some encouragement, because that's what this is about. It's about encouraging you. It's about, as my pastor Rod said, he said, taking the courage I have and giving it away to you. That's what I want to do. I have a measure of courage in me. I want to encourage you. I want to give away my courage. And I really want you, hey, go after this thing. Okay. All right. Listen, got some exciting stuff coming up for you in the ensuing months. We're going to be doing a little Bible study. Okay. And I'm excited about the Bible study. I want to tell you what our first series is going to be about, but I'm keeping it on the low. You will see it when it come out. It will not replace these episodes that come out every single Thursday. These Bible studies will come out whenever they come out, but we will continue this. This will be another kind of arm of the podcast and of the YouTube channel. So we're excited about that. And we have some cool products. We got some cool things coming down the pipeline as we improve, okay, and take correction, all right, for this podcast. So thank you for rocking with us. I love y'all. Be easy out here. Take care of business. And until next time.